Transitions to Trade is a program designed specifically for veterans to get them to transition from the military into civilian life, into a job or a career that'll last them for a lifetime.
Soldiers that may not have learned a technical skill in the military for their jobs there really need technical training outside of the military to advance in life and take care of their family and have a really good quality of life.
My MOS, being a 15 Tango, a Black Hawk crew chief, does not translate well into civilian employment. Once I found out I was getting out of the Army, it was quite overwhelming trying to figure out where I was going next and what type of job I was going to get. Initially, I looked into quite a few different career options. Training across the board generally took about a year or two at least, and that was just an entry-level position, and the expenses were enormous. Total Tech's training program offered me training in a 1-month period.
We can teach somebody in a 4-week time period what took me 18 months to go through in a state technical school. 18 months. I spent more time answering questions out of a book and instead of having my hands on inside a lab.
We have a 10,000 square foot facility. In that facility we have classrooms and labs. So the HVAC, the plumbing, and the electrical each have a classroom and a lab.
You get a physical demonstration in the classroom, but then the real heart of it is the laboratory experience. That we go out into our laboratory, no one has the facility that we have.
We've had people from all across the country, whether it be students, manufacturers of products, and or the reps that travel the world, come through and say they've never seen anything like this.
Plus we have great techs that have multiple years of experience in this industry and have a good way of showing you.
Both the instructors in the plumbing course, they seem to care quite a bit. They both are subject matter experts. They seem to know everything there is to know and are not hesitant to share that with their students. They get very involved with you while you're doing your work to make sure that you know the tricks of the trades. We call them pro tips, something you learn after 20 years and not just from a training class.
My GI Bill covers all tuition fees as well as books, and it also gives me a housing allowance to cover all my family's financial needs for our bills while I'm in school.
I cannot imagine trying to enter the plumbing field without this kind of training experience and the type of knowledge that's being shared with us in the classroom.
We have a process for most every situation that you run into in all three trades. Since military personnel have already been trained in processes and procedures, and that's how they've been trained to learn, they make the transition into civilian life and civilian work very easily.
I think this is something I could take a lot of pride in. This is a homegrown company built from the ground up, and the mantra is that they care, and that matters. So I'm very excited and very proud to be invited to be a part of that family.